to the click. And let's not forget this meeting is being recorded. Nuevamente, hay interpretación, por favor de ajustar el idioma si necesitan otro idioma aparte del inglés. So, hay español. Y pues un nuevo recordatorio está siendo grabado esta junta. Just to remind everybody.
Why don't you get us started on our get-together activity, and then we'll figure out.
So this is a good opportunity to just kind of gather up some thoughts within our space that we have right now, virtually and in person. If you have any thoughts, just anything you want to talk about, it's a good time to kind of just reflect on just in general thought, or just say hi to each other. I know it's a little different when it comes on to online, but text can be one way, and then in person we'll say hi to everybody. Hopefully we'll wake up over here. We're getting up a little late today, but yeah, I include myself on that one.
And I'll add, if I may, the slide that you can see. These are all things that we are celebrating in April. I did share this during our DPAC meeting 2 weeks ago, and Brenda educated us that is also El Día del Niño, Children's Day, on April 30th in Mexico. So we added that, but it is World Autism Month. It is Arab American Heritage Month. And that one I intentionally made sure that we put there so we remember that we have multiple languages and nationalities in our district. It's National Bilingual Multilingual Learner Advocacy Month, which is what we are all about. Dolores Huerta Day was April 10th, which was our DPAC meeting. And Earth Day is this week. It was on Monday. So there's many things we celebrate. And so another thing you could talk about as you're introducing yourself is, what are you celebrating this month? And I forgot to add, it's Lawndale's Youth Parade Extravaganza on Saturday. You could talk about that too. I heard some of you earlier talking about booths and things. So that's another topic we could talk about. So why don't we take a minute, add in the chat for those of you who are in our online world, and those of you who are here, tell your friends what you're doing in April. And hopefully you will see you on Saturday.
I know so far what you're doing this Saturday. Pero yeah, I want to see if I can come in.
In a way that I had a lot of things going on this year, and I'm just and everything's coming together.
Yes. No, tiene que ser and Friday, no? Is it Friday, Saturday? 25, Friday. It was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday? No, 25 and 20.
We had some, my mom watch them. So like, oh, raise your volume. So I was like, okay.
Entonces, vestirse de muchos colores para representar el espectro. Este otro día vestirse de rojo para mostrar el apoyo al autismo y así. O, por ejemplo, como tienen los niños ya a veces muchos sensoriales. Para representar la sensibilidad sensorial.
I'll make an excuse to he'll be my fourth baby. Alessandro Jose. So what? If I'm pronouncing it right, my wife's always correct. It sounds like it.
Es que el día es la semana del autismo. Y
Sandro.
Semana.
I guess I
Hubiera
just got
sido
rolled.
bueno
Yeah,
que
there's
lo
two S's in there. Yeah, and it's Sandro. But I just go with Jose.
Para que no se les olvidara.
Anything in the chat?
We have Chelsea River. Hi, on May 23rd, not this month, we'll be going to the Metro Los Angeles board meeting to make sure our community can make public comment to the board about the train issue in our neighborhood. There will be a free bus provided by the city of Lawndale. We're meeting at 8 a.m. at the community center.
May 23rd, you said. No, we're not.
No.
Yeah, you're
All right, now that everybody's awake and has coffee or something to drink, definitely, bringing back everybody. So, you know, in the chat, we did share something, let me just bring it back up, or you have it on there? It looks like there's an event coming up, and it talks about the train that passes by Lawndale. Of course, it passes for more than just Lawndale itself, but there's an open invitation to come join and support. I'll give you guys the dates and the info on that. Just let me attain it.
May 23rd.
May 23rd. So it is on the chat, so everybody can actually see it, whether in person or not.
So it says 8 a.m. at the community center. That Londo is providing the free bus. And there's also another date, says Thursday, it's at 10 a.m. But doesn't say what Thursday. Because they know that people can't take time off to go to work, so we have to go and prove them wrong. And then they do the link for the RSVP. They have it in the chat. Oh, yeah, Thursday, May 23rd. Oh, that's what she meant.
Okay.
Thursday, May 23rd.
Anybody in the room like to share?
And if anybody would like to join and walk alongside during the parade this Saturday.
Okay. Any ideas? Like, are you like, is there a meeting point? Or-
Yes, there is a meeting point, the Londra at 9. At 9.
Okay.
And the contact would be Angie. She's from Twain. So she's gathering everybody up who wants to, be part of the parade and just meet up and.
I believe everybody heard that, but can I have somebody put it in the chat? And then that way, people in the chat can take advantage of that.
And there'll also be food distribution at the end of the parade,
Okay, so.
like fruits, the farmers market.
Well, lots of Lawndale tables.
Yes.
Lawndale Elementary School District, Lawndale Food Services doing the food distribution. There's going to be a garden booth. There's going to be a community wellness center booth with Providence. Am I missing anything, Virginia? That's all of
Well,
them.
you reminded me of one that I had forgotten. It was the garden one. So
Garden.
the produce garden, LESD, community wellness, and then you mentioned that. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Garden.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Well, I'd like to take this point to, have Virginia, our superintendent here. I'd like to welcome her into our room. We'll move slides to next step to present the team. It is myself, Alejandro Aguirre, the president,
I threw out- changed the order, but we'll go back. Go.
and then we have our vice president, Daniela. Hi, Daniela. I don't know if the camera's watching her, but she's here.
Here on that one.
Robinson is running a little late, but I'm sure that he'll be here whether in present or on the virtual.
Excellent.
So for new information, what we're going to talk about is the roles and responsibilities on the DPAC, what we do here. And then we'll have election for new officers. I like to call it my replacement, passing down the throne. But yeah, definitely excited for the newcomers, excited to work alongside at least a little bit. We'll be given the opportunity to work with them, and then because they can see as they take their role moving forward for next year. Following up steps, just some notes on CABE itself. I know we did present it on one full day in collaboration with DLAC. So we definitely like to have some notes on there. And then the next steps, we from year to year, LCAP is the LCAP presentation is very important, and it's what we'll have on our next steps, pretty much our next meeting on May 22nd.
Would you like me to go over this or would you like to do it?
I'll say it in Spanish and you say it in English.
Well, we have interpretation, so you don't have to.
That's why I don't have to say it. She'll say it then.
Oh, sweet. I'll support, just in reminding us while we're here, what are the roles and responsibilities of DPAC? And our role here is to provide input on services provided to our students through the Title I funding. Title I funding we earn based on our number of low-income students, and we use it to support any student in our district who is struggling academically. We also give feedback on the local control and accountability plan, like Alex was talking about. That's what the May 22nd meeting is about. And give feedback on the district family engagement plan, which in our district is really our family university and all the programs that we put through there. So that's why this group is important, because you are the parent voice that comes up to the district level to share your ideas and your thoughts and give feedback. Additionally, you're advocates for your school. And you're coming in and you are committing to attend our meetings, the DPAC meetings, which are mostly once a month, to provide informed input. And you are parent leaders who serve as the liaison between our district committee and your school site council, right? Because you know what's happening at your sites, you know how you're spending your funds. You come here to hear from each other. Well, what are you doing for children who are struggling in math? What's happening at your site for struggling in math or struggling with language arts? So that we have two-way communication from the school to the district and from district to school, right? So we really encourage our school site council members to join and participate in DPAC. You don't have to be in school site council, but it's really helpful so that you can be that messenger to both sides. And here's a visual that kind of talks about what I meant. So at the school site, you have your school site council and we have DPAC, and they're meant to inform each other. You also have ELAC and we have DLAC. They're meant to inform each other. So it all helps the school site and the district be better. Any questions on that? Those of you in the room are kind of, you're pros. You've been doing this work for a long time. Any questions out in the virtual world? Anything in the chat? Like, no, get to the elections. That's what we want to do, right? All right. Okay, now these are goals that we have revisited every year, and I'm curious if these goals still reflect what our DPAC wants DPAC to do. One of our goals has always been to raise the awareness of DPAC. We had some of that feedback just recently. Stop saying DPAC, say District Parent Advisory Council, and tell us what's happening at that meeting, because DPAC for many people is meaningless, right? So how do we make sure that we educate folks on what that is? We want to increase parent knowledge about the school district and how to access the services in our district. We want to strengthen communication among the parent community, which I see evidence of because we have many faces who come to DPAC and DLAC and PTA and are on school site council. So you all are our bridges to the larger parent community. You want to strengthen coordination between DPAC and each school site council. And we want to increase interactivity at meetings. That is the one thing that's a little challenging for those of you who remember back in the day when at our meetings, I would make you stand up and go talk to people and chart on the wall. And it's a little harder to do in a hybrid world, but we're trying our best to have chat and in-person chat and presentations by parents. So we keep trying to improve. Does this sound correct now? Is there something that has changed? Is there something that is missing on our goals?
I think it still stays as a foundational script. We can always tweak, we can always add new stuff that'll strengthen and make DPAC or any of our district or just um, any group stronger. But I would say that this still stays strong as our foundational needs to keep us as core strong and moving forward. So I wouldn't take anything off from what's on there right now. We could add,
Okay.
but nothing.
All right, so it sounds like we're good for now in those. Okay. So I put these here again because these are current leaders. Today, we're filling in the question marks, right? We're going to change that out for 2024, 2026. What I'd like to do is as we go through each role, I would like our current person in that role to tell you what it's like. How scary is it? How many hours, how many hundreds of hours a month you have to work to do this job, right? So that those who might be interested can have an understanding of what that role is like. So could we start with Alex, our president? Could you tell us what's it like to be president?
Well, the job isn't hard, and I'll tell you this: we are a group, so I get from firsthand. I can tell you that our group made it easier for each other. We're very supportive, so I'm happy of the group that we have. So being president wasn't hard at all. It isn't hard, even if you try to take tasks on yourself, it's not hard at all. Um, Julie makes it super easy. She keeps us together. She keeps us on the agenda. She helps us with the agenda. She helps us with stuff. Um, and when we implement or do our part, um, we can do it. As a president, I feel it's just a title because at the end of the day, what you want to bring to the table at any level, it's not hard. It's an easy job. It's an easy task. Um, and anytime I want to make my job easier, I turned the mic to Julie, and she made it even more easier. So if anybody's having hundreds of hours of work, it's Julie, not really me. So it's very easy. Just I believe is you're acting to come into a commitment and being here pre-meetings or the meeting of, which is not a lot. I believe it's only like um, maybe 8, and that's including the pre-meetings. And if it's more, it's really you finding ways to get more involved. And I know our team did it this year. Well, in these 2 years, we did it. We find ways to connect on our schools, get invited, and not only have them come to our meetings, but show that we're also part of them, and we go there and collect information. Um, as as any role here, as me as a president, I said I was gonna uh, voice voice the children's needs and hear our parents' opinion to put that together and to bring the best out of me personally. But I can thank my group because I think we did it all together. So
Thank
it's
you.
easy job.
All right. Next job we have to elect is our vice president, which has been served by our favorite Daniela here. Daniela, you want to come over here, take my seat and talk about what it's like to be vice president? You heard her last week, 2 weeks ago, talking about being president of one group. Now she can talk about being vice president.
I think he
another.
said it all.
Sorry.
I just want them to see you.
But like, he said, Julie does all the amazing work. You know, she has the slides, everything. But what I really want to share is it's able for us parents to know what the district is doing for our kids or what we want or would like the district to do or provide for our kids. And you have a voice. These are our children. We're trusting the district with our kiddos, and we want to make sure, you know, the testing, how the testing is being held or how it's run, what funding, where the money, you know, have a little say in here and there, right?
That's correct.
Like I shared in DPAC, I was able to know what, how to helped my daughter exit out from the testing she had to do to exit out of English learner. That was a lot. And as a parent, you get overwhelmed, like, where do I go? Who do I go to? Who do I speak to? But being here as a team, being able to communicate that with, everybody and other parents has been great. So it's very easy and you get to make new friendships and meet, everybody else in the district.
It doesn't sound too scary so
No.
far. Not too scary. I'm not sure, has Robinson been able to join us online? Robinson is our secretary. If not, I think we can cover the secretary's role for him. And I think he would probably echo what the two of you said. But essentially, our president facilitates the meeting, helps develop the agenda. Our whole team develops the agenda. The vice president facilitates the meeting if the president can't be there. And the secretary facilitates the meeting if the vice president and the president can't be there, right? And lately has not had to do a lot with taking minutes because we video our meetings, right? And they're recorded. So we have more minutes than anybody could ever ask for. So we may look at changing that role a little bit, maybe being the note taker in our planning meetings and helping us, prepare better. That's really it. I think the biggest part, and I think Alex and Daniela have alluded to, is you come here to learn about what your children are entitled to receive as services and programs and what our district is doing. You come to advocate for your school, for your children, for programs that or groups of children that may not appear to be being served as well as you would hope. And you come to build community across the school site so you know and make friends not only in your child's classroom and at your own school, but across the district. And inevitably help us make our district better. And much like in our community schools application, we're really trying to become partners, right? It's not the school telling the parents what to do. It's not the parents telling the school what to do. It's us working as a team to put our children front and center and do the best we can for them. So that's it. That's the job, right? Doing that. And today we're going to find out who's interested, as Alex said, to take over the throne and move forward. So are we ready to do our elections? Do we have any questions about the roles? Questions for Alex, Daniela?
I just definitely like to say something real quick. The job is easy. I think I like to reiterate that. And you don't have to know anything. Literally, we do learn as we do our things. And by us learning as well, we're able to, teach other parents around us. And, there's some stuff that we teach our own children and beyond ourselves. So the job is easy. You don't have to have what's it called? Anything that all you have to have is the children in the district and the willingness to be part of that child's life, because by you doing this, you're part of that child and more, and you represent what you are, a parent. So easy job.
Okay. So let's get into the procedures. Nominations. You can nominate yourself. You can nominate somebody else. If you nominate someone else, that person can accept the nomination or politely say, no, thank you. I'd love to help, but I'm not ready for that position. All nominations, thank you. Daniela's the pro at this. We'll chart them. And then we'll invite each nominee to speak for 3 minutes, just to tell our group to introduce yourself, where your child goes to school, and why you would like to be in this position and what you could do. Does that sound okay? All right, so we are going to do our first round, and we got fancier this time. Those in person, we actually made little ballots. So if you're in person, you're going to fill out a ballot. If you are online, you are going to put your vote in chat, but you're not going to send it to everyone. You're going to send it to Brenda Zepeda. So in chat, you can select who you send it to. Be careful to select Brenda Zepeda so that it goes directly to Brenda. And you're not logged in, Brenda Veronica, so I won't go to the wrong Brenda. So only Brenda. Look for Brenda. That's where you send it. But before we pass out ballots and things, let's do some nominations. Let's start with president. Do we have any nominations, either in person or in the virtual world, for president of DPAC? You can just unmute yourself.
I nominate.
Nominate myself.
Okay. I nominate Janina. I nominate Janina Trujillo para presidente.
Okay, so would you add, oh wait, I guess you accept because you were nominating yourself, right? Okay. Giannina Trujillo is our first nomination. Do we have any other nominations, either out in the virtual world or in the room? Just waiting in case anybody's just really thinking out there. Okay, going once. Going twice.
No other names in chat.
No other names. Okay, we have one nominee for president. Giannina Trujillo. Giannina, would you please come over and introduce yourself to the group?
Just say whatever language
Okay.
you want, and then there's an interpreter.
Yeah, they can see you. You can't see
Okay.
yourself, but they can see you.
Okay. Hola, mi nombre es Janina Trujillo. Tengo 3 estudiantes en Rogers, 2 a punto de graduarse y una en 6º grado. La razón por qué quiero unirme a DPAC, he sabido que es la mejor manera de estar enterada de todo lo que ocurre a nivel del distrito y en todos los planteles escolares para que yo pueda compartir y aprender lo que es posible para el plantel escolar de mis niños y para saber también todos los diferentes departamentos del distrito que funcionan para que las escuelas sean mejores. Al final del día, ¿qué es lo que queremos traer a nuestras escuelas? Porque todo lo que hagamos es para ellos. Escuchar sus necesidades y escuchar a los padres, saber que se usan, saber cómo se usan los fondos, a dónde van dirigidos. Y creo yo que para poder tener un DPAC excelente, es también tiene que ver mucho las escuelas, porque yo voy a hacer nuestro site consult en las escuelas. No sé cómo me dijido, porque yo, la verdad, en la escuela de mi hijo, estoy hablando algo personal mío, yo no me siento bienvenida. Y es algo que tiene que cambiar. Porque ¿cómo podemos saber, cómo podemos estar enterados de nuestras cosas si a nosotros no se nos informa? Entonces, por eso es que me estoy lanzando como presidenta, porque quiero ver cambios. Quiero que podamos trabajar con las 3 escuelas y poder llevar un exitoso SAIS Consul, un exitoso DPAC. Esto. Oh, y por último, y también hablo para nuestros niños que tienen discapacidades, poder contar con ellos, porque también ellos tienen voto y ser también la voz de otros padres.
Para los que no hablan español en este salón,
Oh,
¿puede
thank you.
repetir poquito en inglés? Y en el mundo de Zoom tenemos interpretación, pero aquí en el salón no. Tiene un sumario, solo que todos pueden comprenderlo. Alex le puede ayudar.
All right, so truly what she wants to bring to the table is a bridge within our district and our school. She says she has 3 children in Rogers, one ready to promote to a high school. But she still leave us with 2 children. As a parent, she wants to work hard to make that a bridge stronger. And she shares how her coming up will work hard to do it. So we have somebody that's willing to work hard. So it's an easy job, but she wants to work hard. We applaud that.
Okay, so this is a fairly simple vote. We have one nominee. What we did in the past is just said, all in favor, say aye. Or raise your hand in the chat if you could put a yes or a hand. And Brenda will tabulate the votes, but I don't think it will take very long. In the meantime, everybody can just relax. Have another cup of coffee or a snack.
So far, one vote on Zoom, yes.
And we have all yeses here in the room. So I think we have a new president. I think we can congratulate. Tammy Trujillo. Excellent. Shall we move on to nominations for vice president?
I nominate Brenda Veronica for vice president.
And you accept? Okay.
We're-
Where's my charter? Like, what happened?
See, our job is easy, so we get used to it.
Yeah. Do we have any other nominations? Oh, I see a hand. Hi, Tanya. Yes?
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
I would like to nominate myself for vice president.
Okay, Tanya Clemente.
Yes.
Thank you, Tanya. We're adding your name to the chart.
There's a chat that came through. It looked like it came through me privately. Fatima Alcazar would like to nominate herself. Fatima Alcazar.
Fatima Alcazar. Okay, we're adding you to the list.
Fatime.
You met?
Daniela is Fatime.
Oh,
This is Fatima,
Fatima.
It says Fatima.
Okay.
we will let her clarify for us when she
Yeah.
speaks. Okay, do we have any other nominations for vice president?
Tanya is from Twain. Brenda is from Billy Mitchell, and Fatima is from Anders.
Three schools represented. Nice. Okay, who would like, let's see, well, maybe we'll just start with in the room and then we'll go to virtual. So our one nominee in the room is Brenda. I'm going to invite Brenda to come up and introduce herself. And then we'll go to Tanya and then we'll go to Fatima.
Hi,
I'm not comprehending.
I'm Brenda Veronica.
Proactive.
I was the vice president from DPAC, so now I'm nominated for DPAC. I have my kids in Billy Mitchell. My little one is in Kit Carson, and he's moving to Twain for the next year. So I'm going to be here for a long time. My other kid is in the special needs class. So I want to be an advocate for all the kids with special needs. Also, for all the people who speak Spanish. We want the best for our kids. So all of us want to fight in the district to get the best education that they could have. So as I was be part for DPAC, now for DLAC, sorry, I now want to be part for DPAC. Hola, yo soy Brenda Verónica. Yo era la vicepresidenta de DLAC, so ahora quisiera estar en DPAC. Tengo mi niño en Mark Twain. Bueno, el próximo año va a estar en Mark Twain. Mi otro niño está en Billy Mitchell. Mi niño que está en Billy Mitchell es de educación especial. So, como madre de un niño de educación especial, yo quiero pelear en el distrito por tener una mucho mejor educación para los niños que están en educación especial, así como para el resto de los niños, ¿verdad? Y muchas veces nosotros queremos como latinos ser representados en el distrito, entonces yo como latina persona que habla español también quiero ser parte de esta representación de los latinos en el distrito. Entonces, gracias.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay, Tanya, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the group.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Tania Clemente. My son goes to Mark Twain. He's in 4th grade, and he is on the IEP program. My daughter is 4 years old, and she will be a future Mark Twain student in the dual immersion program as well. So I'm very involved with the school. I'm currently the president of ELAC, and I absolutely love it. Love what I'm doing because once a month we get together and we talk about the progress of the multilingual students. We focus on once a month we might focus on the reclassification. Another time we might talk about what is reclassification and how we can help them to do better on the test. And we cover each month different topics. And so I like what I do. I like being involved for my children and also to represent all the other students at Mark Twain. But this time I want to go bigger. I want to also be the voice of the parents for all the students in the Lawndale district. So yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Tanya. Okay, and now Fatima, could you unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the group?
Can you guys hear me?
Ah, there you are. Yes.
Hi. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Fatima Alcazar, but everybody calls me Fatima, so for the acceleration, you guys consider my name. Okay, so I have a boy and Anderson in TK class. He's gonna move on to Twain next year, so I'll still be in the district. Since my son started school, I try to be involved in school as a PTA member, volunteer, just try to help the school because I have seen that schools needs a lot of involvement from the parents because not all of the parents are willing or feel accepted in the schools. They try, but they don't know how, especially with the non-speaking English. They feel they have no place in the school district or the schools to be heard. There's so many needs in the classrooms and the school sides. So I want to be vice president because I want to help every student in all the district and all the parents that they feel the need to be heard and to be involved and informed on whatever is going in our district and with our students' education. So that's mainly it because I want to be at service of all the kids and all the parents in our district and also be as much as help as I can be.
Thank you.
So,
Fatima.
buenos días. Oh, you want me? Buenos días. Mi nombre es Fátima Alcázar. Tengo un niño en TK en Anderson. Él va a pasar a kindergarten en Twain el próximo año. Y quiero estar en el council porque quiero ayudar a todos los padres y a los niños para estar informados de lo que está pasando en el distrito y que nuestras voces se escuchen porque siento que muchos padres y más los padres que hablan español, que no hablan inglés, no sienten que están, que pueden tener la información o pueden integrarse en las actividades y en la comunidad de la escuela porque se sienten un poco rechazados, entonces quiero ayudarlos también. Y he visto que en los salones de los niños, en las escuelas, hay muchas necesidades, entonces quiero apoyar en que la información fluya de un lado al otro. Gracias.
Okay, this is very exciting. We have 3 candidates to choose from. Brenda, did anyone put their names in the chat? Can somebody type those in so that?
Oh, Daniela did that.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. So we remember, we have 3 candidates today. I'm going to go in reverse order because I can see them. I see Fatime Alcazar, Tanya Clemente. Sorry. Daniela's falling over, but we're okay. And Brenda Veronica. So please, those of you online, please type your vote in the chat to Brenda Zepeda. Those of you in the room have a paper ballot you can fill out, and Daniela's going to collect it. And then we'll give Brenda and Daniela a minute or two to tabulate the votes. This is a nail biter. Yes, 3 excellent candidates. And I will throw out, when we get to the secretary vote, anyone who is not selected can nominate themselves for the secretary position. So I'm looking at the screen like you can see me. I'm sorry, I have to look over here. But that's another opportunity. We have a winner.
We do, and there's no other votes in the chat.
No.
So
You want to announce it, Julie?
Okay. I am happy to announce our new Vice President of DPAC is Miss Brenda Veronica. Thank you, everybody who nominated themselves. And now we're going to move on to the last round, nominations for secretary. Is there anyone who would like to nominate themselves or other for secretary? I see a hand in the room.
I guess I'll nominate myself.
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Carrie Sedmak. I have a student at William Green. She's in 5th grade.
I'm going to have you come to the camera when it's time to introduce, but let's get you. So Carrie Sedmak. Okay. Sedmak. Okay.
K-A-R-I.
It's C-A-R-R, like the movie.
Okay.
Okay, we have 1 nomination for secretary. Do we have any other nominations for secretary?
We have, for Secretary Fatima on chat has nominated, someone nominated her.
Okay, Fatima, do you accept the nomination? Or if you nominated yourself, obviously, but I can't see who nominated you.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other nominations for secretary in person or online? Going once. Going twice. Okay, I think we have our 2 nominees. So let me invite Carrie to the screen to introduce herself.
She's on it. She's passing out the ballots.
I don't have to do that. I don't know what to say. My name is Carrie Sedmak. I have 3 daughters, but 2 that are still in the district. One that is in 8th grade, and she will be going to ECHS next year, but then I have a fifth grader at Green also who is going to be going to Jane Addams next year. And my oldest daughter went to school here through the district as well, who she is now this year graduating high school and going to college. So kind of been here for a little while, but have never really participated in this forum. So I don't know what else to say.
Well, I think that's great. You, you understand our district on all grade levels, so thank you, Carrie. Okay, and Fatime, would you like to say anything else? We've met you once, but you are now nominated a second time.
Yeah, I think the same. The same. I'll still be involved in what I want to do, help out.
Okay, thank you, Fatime. Okay, it's time to vote. Do we have both names in the chat? So we have Carrie Sedmak.
Yeah.
Okay, and Fatime Alcazar. Please fill out your ballot if you're here in person. Type in your vote in the chat if you're online. And Brenda and Daniela will tabulate the votes.
Just in, you have to count. Just in case. I don't know. She was just wondering if we vote. Yeah, just.
Sorry for what?
School site council.
You're like, what? Up in the chat.
And we're tabulating. We're almost ready.
Any other?
Any other votes in the chat? Any online or here? We have all of our votes.
This is a very close call. Fatima is the new.
Okay, congratulations, Fatima. Apparently it was neck and neck, very, very close.
Very close.
Thank you, everybody who put your hand up and offered yourself. And I'm thrilled to have our newly elected group. And I am thrilled to invite those of you who ran and were not selected to keep joining us for our meetings, keep representing your school. We want to have you with us. So everyone's a winner. And I have your contact information now, so I can find you, which is great, because I want to keep you involved. So thank you.
May I make a suggestion? And obviously, this would be something that we voted for. I saw another district do this and brought in more leaders to a particular group. So right now, obviously, welcome to the new president, vice president, and secretary. Another district had members. While they didn't serve as office members, but they brought voices from their own school. So right now, our school, Rogers will be represented, Mark Twain will be represented, and I believe it's gonna be, what was the other school? William Green or one of, so we have 3 schools being represented of the 8 that we currently have. I like to see if the team, or if we vote in to add 1 or 2 more members. I'm kind of trying to bring back Carrie and bring back, I believe it's Tanya. If we can bring you back as members, obviously you wouldn't serve as an officer, but you can be here involved in the same way where you can help out the team that's already going in place. It'll be great to see something like that. And if it works, even better, because it'll give you the opportunity, and I think it'll strengthen the team, because we were fortunate these past 2 years to not lose anybody in the office, but sometimes changes do happen, and we might have a space to need to fill, whether it's a vice presidency to presidency or secretary. So if I'm supported with this idea and we can bring it forward, and I nominate Fatima's the secretary, Carrie and Tanya to come in as members, you know, I think it'll strengthen the team if if it's okay, if we can do something like that.
I think that's a great idea.
I support that idea because only when you have the voice of all the schools, then you know what's going on. And as soon as I saw Karen, like, yeah, Adams is in the house, like, yes, right? So I think we were saying earlier, right? Twain has a strong leadership. So it is other schools, but only we know because we know them outside this circle. But when we come together, then you're saying it, we bring the leadership, and then this group will go bigger and will make strong leaders for every unit, not for only one. And the schools can bring their ideas, their suggestions to the table, and then we can all share those tips for our schools and grow the community, the enrollment, and then the voice of parents that are not seen or they are not welcome. And bring all those things only comes from us parents bringing those concerns, comments, and suggestions to the table. And I support that idea. Yes, 100%. Yes.
We do have a parent in the chat representing, says FDR Elementary, Daniel Canamat. He says, congratulations, everyone. Make our voices and ideas heard loud and clear for our children.
Thank you.
Would you like to be a member?
We can add her. Yeah, no, we don't have any. Yes, yes.
Okay, well, it sounds like what I'm hearing is that the group is in favor of bringing in Carrie and Tanya as full members, or in many of the school sites, we call the leadership, and then we have alternates, so that should somebody vacate, you don't have to run a whole new election. One of your alternates can move up. So I think that's wonderful. Did we confirm, is Danielle advocating to join as a member? Because if so, it's only fair to let him introduce himself to the group. No pressure.
Sure.
Thank you for suggesting that idea. It's a great idea. Yeah.
Well, Danielle's being shy right now or can't connect. I can't tell.
Good
But-
morning. I'm sorry about that.
There you
Can hear me?
are.
I'm sorry. I was in a separate meeting trying to do 3 meetings at the same time. I appreciate everybody here. Thank you for all of your wonderful help and everything that we can do, not only for the community, but for our children. And especially, yeah, I'd love to be involved in any capacity. So definitely, I'm excited to work with people in any capacity. So thank you guys so much.
Wonderful. Okay, we suddenly got a big team on DPAC, so yay, team. So Daniel, please, if you would, in the chat, can you send Brenda Zepeda your contact information? Email and phone number would be great. Same,
Absolutely. Thank you.
thank you. Same for Tanya and for Fatime. Sorry? Oh, okay. Well, actually, I'll track her down. Twain, we know where to find her. Brenda, I have your information. Carrie, I'll need yours. Sorry?
Right now, Fatima is at Anderson. Next year, she will be 20.
She's going to.
So you're claiming her as Anderson. You want to make sure Anderson gets credit.
Yes,
okay?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Want to make sure. Okay, great. Okay, so those of you who are here, I would love to get a picture of you before you leave. Those of you who are not with us in person, we will track you down to get a photo so that we can share with the greater community who our new leadership is. And I will send out an invite for a meeting. I would love to combine our current leadership and our new leadership together to kind of make some plans for next year before the year ends so that they can literally hand the torch over for our new team. Does that sound good? Okay. I'm going to share my screen one last time just to, because we're always out of time. But I wanted, and this is helpful for those of you who are taking on leadership, is for those of you who are with us for our meeting after CABE, we had a long discussion. Everybody shared their ideas. So I did put them in our slide deck, and I will share this with all of you. And I apologize. I said I would do that after DLAC, but now I really will because we've had both committees meet. But some of the lessons that we've learned from this and came from you because you went to CABE. And I apologize, Alex, we have a really nice picture of the group who presented at the board, and I couldn't get it together this morning to get it into the slide deck, but I will replace it in here when I share it. And these ideas were shared with the board at our presentation in April. But the big takeaways were that we need to improve our communication, right? To make sure our parents understand what is ELAC, what is DLAC, what do you do? What are these meetings for? What is actually happening on the agenda so they can be selective about the meetings they attend. So we have our community communications coordinator, Liliana Martinez, with us as part of our team to really help us. And our community liaisons, we have 2 of them here today to really help us improve our communications and the clarity of that. Look, expand leadership positions on DLAC and DPAC. Alex just did it. Okay, so we just expanded our leadership here in DPAC, and we can consider that when DLAC comes back together to do the same. And parent leadership is built upon the work of previous generations. So our previous generation is now going to share, although 2 of you are part of the previous and the new, so you can teach each other, teach yourselves, right? We can come together. Another one was about building community. And I think that was very well stated in this group, that is something we want to continue to do by having representation from all of our schools, really building that community, building that understanding, and helping our schools understand how to work together as partners and help parents feel welcome and valued and true partners, right, in the education of their children. The importance of dual language education. And again, this was primarily out of the DLAC meeting, but this is for all of our students, not just those in dual immersion, but we are a multilingual district. We have 27 languages spoken in our district. We strive for all to be multilingual. And it came out of this and was brought up at our board meeting about creating a group for parents of students with special needs to build that support for families. So that is on our agenda for the new year. And developing resources, developing community partners, learning from other districts. Hopefully, very exciting in the new coming year, hopefully we'll be awarded the Community Schools Grant, which will enable us to really fill out our community partnerships. For now, you are our community and we are building partnerships right now. So this is our work. Last but not least, May 22nd. Is your opportunity to come and hear our superintendent, Virginia Castro, share the LCAP and give your feedback. And just upcoming meetings. APAC is on May 2nd. That's our African American Parent Advisory Council. That will be a Zoom meeting this time, not in person. The LCAP presentation is on the 22nd. And then I would like to invite you all on May 29th to do an end of year parent leadership celebration where we honor our parent leaders, have some fun, enjoy some snacks, and hand the torch formally to our new leadership. Final words, President, for 2 more months.
Yeah, well, definitely we'll see you at the other meetings. Don't forget about the APAC meeting, May. Time flies. So we have the LCAP presentation. So don't forget next month on May 22nd. And the party, May 29. I call it the party. I need to be there. I will be there. Last year I missed it. And it tells you about any of the meetings and now that we have new candidates, that having that group support and not being able to make it every time and missing out I feel like you'll feel more like me. "Ah, I can't believe I missed out." And even if it wasn't a meeting itself, I still missed a part of the group. So I look forward to being there as far as every part of the next 2 months, and even moving forward. Even after I pass the torch, I think I'll be connected or at least visit the school district as itself, because I made friends and I became part of a community. I got involved, and I became part of the heart of the South Bay. And I like to say it like this: Lawndale Elementary School District is the heart of the South Bay. And thank you guys, everybody, for joining us and staying a little over as we did many times. But it was always good, and it will continue to be good as it changes year to year. We have great support here. We have teams that work hard here. We have leaders coming in, stepping in other roles that have been leaders before. We have new leaders coming in. So the foundation is set. The goals are good, and we are good for time to come. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you at our next meeting, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.